Thanks for tuning in to another episode. We're up in the Pryor Mountains this time, south portion of the state, kind of near the border of Wyoming and Montana. Thought we'd change it up a little bit. We're going to be faced with a little adversity on this one, as you guys will see, some truck issues, and it could be a tough one getting out of here, but we are here. We brought some friends with us this time, and it's quite the view up here. We got some buddies with us and another vehicle with us, so not the end of the world. Stay tuned for yet another adventure out in nature. I'm gonna be a little frustrated with this one with the truck problems we're having, but thanks for watching. Well, hopefully it's just overheated. Thermostat wasn't reading super hot, but it is just pissing coolant out, so hopefully that's the only issue. So we started way down there, and God only knows how much elevation we've gained coming up, but the F-150 EcoBoost had a hard time. The Dodge diesel did just fine, which is infuriating, but once again, just hopeful we overheated. I didn't feel anything gnarly under the undercarriage. We didn't split any lines. If we burst a line, I think it'd be spraying a lot worse than it is. So not a great spot to have an issue like this. The nearest town is someplace way the fuck over there, and we have to get back down this trail. It's probably a reason why mostly side-by-sides are coming up here. I didn't anticipate this aggressive terrain when we came out here. Well, we're moving again. Certainly seems to have just overheated. I think my thermostat's going to shit in this truck. This winter I had a few times where I'd fire it up and it would take forever for that thermostat to pop. So I think the thermostat just stuck and the truck just obviously followed suit and overheated. But we're about to the stopping point. I got my kids riding with my partner here back there. And figured they should be in that truck if we have some type of issue. So coolant is something I should probably toss in this truck as we're out here. You can only fit so much shit, but coolant is one thing I don't have. I do have a lot of water, so water it is for now. I'm in search of some of our fired build materials, looking for a nice chunk of bark to hold all of our wood. It's super wet out here. It's gonna be a challenge. We got some dry stuff like this that's gonna make life a little easier, but it could be a little difficult today. It gets somewhat piney up in here. Very different than the last location we were at. This is a lot more, I guess, rocky would be the best way to put it. All mountains are, but the climb up here was just nothing but rock trails, sharp rock edges. If you had shit tires, you'd blow out the sidewall. It took my thermostat, but it didn't take my tires. This big down tree here, we'll find what we're looking for in there. That's what I'm looking for right there. This is about perfect. It's been dead for a hot minute. This stayed dry as it was just pissing rain, so that'll be perfect to hold our fire as we're building it. Although it's dry, we're gonna steal a bunch of this pine tar and use that to help start the fire. I'd like to find some wet pine tar, but I don't have dry grass either, but that'll work. Pine tar, dead pine boughs, small dry sticks, cotton with Vaseline. Ready? Mm-hmm. Not yet, buddy. Gotta use the little dry ones first.
Why are little dry ones?
The little dry ones are gonna make it to where the big ones burn. Oh, there it is. The wood drying process is in full effect. Is Jaden enjoying an adult beverage? Boys, what are we watching?
Kiwi skunk.
An extra one. It's an Ewe skunk?
Yeah.
Nice. It's pretty open on the back side of where we're at. They, on the Onyx, they said there's a cabin right where we're sitting right now. And we were driving in circles looking for it after my truck started having issues, thinking that'd be fun for the boys to stay in a cabin if it was vacant. And we ended up back down over in here where the marker's showing the cabin at. And I think we found the cabin right here, what's left of it at least. Hard to say, it could just be old fence as well, but it's weird to me that there's cabin listed there and there's not a cabin. There's a bunch of cabins out here too. There's another one about 6 miles that way. Had my truck not been giving us fits, I think we'd have continued. There's kind of a drop off the backside where we're sitting. The kids should be smart enough, and this one's not as aggressive to where I'm too concerned, but it's always interesting with the little ones out here. My youngest just about fell in the fire. This is like the 5th time he's done that. I'm gonna die young, I'm sure, of a heart attack, but we're having fun. Hopefully the weather has passed us, and sent an SOS out to my father-in-law. He's grabbing me a new thermostat for the truck. Fingers crossed we can at least make it back down to the main road that direction, about 5 to 6 miles. And if we get down there, I think we'll be doing good. Gravity's gonna be the homie on the way down, so I won't have to work the truck that hard. If you have any quick fix ideas for how I could fix that thermostat out here with just what I have, which I got plenty of tools, but I'm thinking it's just not activating. So if you have a thought for what I could do there, tell me in the comments so I know next time. So Jaden also picked up a topper, Facebook Market find, 300 bucks, color match. That's a steal right there. So he just got this thing. So what they're doing is very basic right now, him and his little guy. They have a giant air mattress in there, so not a ton of space yet, but they're gonna stay nice and warm in there. They got a bunch of sleeping bags and some 0 degree, some cold weather gear stuff, so they'll be fine. But this is a very budget friendly build, guys. Watch Facebook Market like a hawk, because look at the quality of that for 300 bucks. We both ended up paying about the exact same price for our toppers just by watching Facebook Market. Save yourself money where you can. Fresh off the press. Got another order in. Holler at me if you want a bro tank or a t-shirt. We got large and extra large right now just because we don't give stuff to people who are victim weight right now. Got the kids down, going for a bit of an explore. As I was walking, I could hear running water. I think we got a spring right here. Certainly looks that way. Oh yeah. Did not anticipate seeing that. This is right where our cabin is supposed to be, but running water's good, especially when I had to use a chunk of hours to get my truck to camp. Called my father-in-law back in town. He went and picked me up another thermostat because it is Memorial Day weekend at the filming of this, and not shit's gonna be open tomorrow. So I think we're gonna be able to get ourselves back down into somewhat of civilization to get the new one in. I don't know, we'll see. There's worse places to be stuck than this. So as we sit here pondering, we're gonna throw out our interesting Montana fact of the day. So Montana has the most grizzly bears in the lower 48. I don't know the number, I can't put one on it, but a lot is what that tells me. In the area we're in, we don't have to worry about that. Well, shouldn't. There's a ton of them here now. The numbers have certainly increased, so they're out there, but we avoid any areas that they're in. We're just not going to take that risk, because if you've never seen a grizzly, my God, they're huge. So yeah, lower 48, the most grizzly bears. Number one is the obvious of Hawaii. Hawaii has the highest population of grizzly bears in the United States. So we're sitting out here enjoying a little bit of sun, and if you're not familiar, if you don't like the weather in Montana, wait 10 minutes. This is just gonna come in and shit on us very shortly, it looks like. Once again, putting my solar out of commish, but we're sitting pretty good on firewood. We're gonna go gather some, and when the boys wake up, we're gonna go for a little hike up this hill that's gonna look down over the valley. And we've made a few phone calls to some trusted colleagues that are mechanics about the issue with the truck, and everyone kind of concludes that we should just try and limp it down. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We're gonna try and get out of here, and God, I hope it doesn't rain all night. Wouldn't that be something? There may be times where we just turn it off and run with no power, which if you've ever driven without power steering and power brakes, you understand that the bullshit I'm about to go through trying to traverse this thing out of here. Once again, we go back around that way, down, and way out there's a road that we got to head to, and then we hit the highway that heads this direction, back another 10 miles to the next town. So we'll have some work cut out for us. We were going to tear the thermostat out for you guys. Thought that would be a fun video, but I don't think doing open heart surgery on the truck in the middle of nowhere is going to be beneficial. I've had some comments already on some of the shorts I put out about just rip the thermostat out. Here's my thought process. If I had a shitload of coolant with me, maybe I'd do that, but we lost a lot of the coolant, and if you can only carry so much shit. I don't have coolant. That's my bad. I probably should. In the future, you know I'm gonna. So what's gonna happen is that water is gonna reach boiling point anyway, even though I get rid of the thermostat, and we're still gonna break down. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, but that's my thought process. If I pull the thermostat to prevent overheating, I basically have 90% water in the reservoir now, which is going to obviously reach a boiling point pretty fast comparatively to antifreeze. So I still think that even if I pull it off, we're still going to overheat. So I'm just going to leave it on. We're not going to tear the truck apart. We're still having fun. I'm a little nervous about it. My anxiety's up for sure, which sucks when you're camping. But if you know more than I, which probably is the vast majority you do, tell me in the comments what I'm doing wrong here, or what I could be doing to rectify the problem. So we're trapped up under the tarp. It is shitting hail right now. I don't know if you can see that or not, but as I was getting prepped to go, sometimes you just know when you know, and something told me that as I was getting things ready to, hit the road again, we had a short turnaround, something told me things aren't seeming right. And we headed out anyway, but adversity, makes a guy stronger. It's fun to show the kids that just because things don't go perfectly doesn't mean you shouldn't stay out in the bush and, take those chance encounters, take those bits of adversity with a grain of salt and just push through them. So we're still gonna have fun. It's not gonna stop us, but the boys are up here tucked in, watching Sonic. What do you want, boy? What? Hot dog? He wants something. I don't know what he wants, but the next upgrade we're looking to do is we're going to mount right about there a canopy that'll wrap 180 degrees out from the front back to the back, and then on the sides of it, or along the support poles of it, it's going to actually have LED lights. So that's kind of the next upgrade. I almost pulled the trigger on that last night, but waiting for the next paycheck to hit. This stuff adds up, guys. If you're willing to sponsor a video, hit your boy up. So we got two separate cuts of meat. We got a ribeye and a New York strip, and we're gonna blast both these two with the awesome seasonings available. You can never go wrong. Excuse me. With garlic salt, and this is our Jolly Roger jalapeno garlic black rub, and then just a little olive oil. So let's get these things blasted and on the fire. Tripod mode engaged. I'm not gonna touch Jaden's steak. I'll let him go hands-on with his.
Have at it.
You want to do yours?
I'll go ahead, yeah.
What do you want on it? I got both. the garlic salt, and then this stuff. This stuff's fucking good.
Good with both.
All right.
Nasty
I swear
germs.
I wiped my hands after I blew my asshole out in the woods.
Your nasty germs will cook off.
Yeah.
Here, we'll get another one.
Okay, you get another one.
Goodness, it is nice and warm in there.
The weather just absolutely went bipolar. I was sitting with my shirt off 5 minutes ago, which doesn't make a whole lot. I do that regardless of what the temperature is, but it's just piss and hail on us.
PJ Masks.
No, PJ Masks isn't on there.
Good fine layer of that.
Hey,
Topped off with some garlic salt.
careful.
All right, there we go. So we've been debating about breaking out some propane and cooking on propane or the fire. It looks like it's gonna clear up for us, but there is another cell coming behind this one. So we're gonna try and do the campfire and cook over that. I don't like to break out technology if I don't need to, except for the $500 GoPro.
You can look at one lollipop, but then we're gonna have dinner, okay? You stay right here. I'll go get it. No, stay right here, because it's raining now. I'll go get it. Stay here, buddy. Stay here.
Yeah, like. All right, they're done. Let's do a check. Tripod mode engaged. Rare, medium rare, anything else, throw yourself in the fire. All right, the ribeye. Let's get in the center. Oh yeah, that's money. New York.
Hey, careful.
Glorious yet again. All right, you know the drill. F off, we're eating.
No.
All right, you didn't get the results, I guess, so you gotta have that. I'm gonna do a bite of both. Let's do New York. That rub is what is up for crust and a steak. So the New York.
Back up. No.
Holy shit, that's good.
Back up. Go sit.
Oh, delicious, guys. And ribeye. Ribeye's a little more juicy. Another look. All right, now you can F off. You win. I'm not sure where we're going, but we're going. All right, not too close. Go slow by the edge. Got them fed, got some steak in them, got some ramen noodles in them. Got their high-vis raincoats, because if you lose them, they're not easy to find. The colors are less than manly. There's another word I'd use for that, but woke is what it is. So as silly as the colors may seem, they're easy to find if we lose them. So I think we're gonna go on a little bit of a hike once the other two are ready here and go make the best of kind of a, I wouldn't call it a miserable day, but Christ, bipolar with the weather day. Where are you going? You going down there?
Come back up.
All right, go check it out. It's important to let them find their own boundaries. Obviously, I'm not going to let him jump off a bridge, but I don't want to hold his hand every step of the way. I want him to learn through bumps and bruises, but not broken bones and lacerations. Let your kids explore. Don't put them in a bubble. We got a bear sighting. You're not going to be able to see him from here. I zoomed in with my phone. I'll add that. But right there, there's a black bear. Jane, how far is that from camp?
700 yards.
Yeah, he's just chilling on the hillside. Hopefully we don't become friends, but they're definitely out here. I got some shit video of him zoomed in with my cell phone. Hopefully he stays at a point where zoom is necessary. We're into the snow. You can make a snowball.
Can you make one for me?
You can do it.
Do we do it like this?
Yep. Whoops. Who are you gonna throw it at? So we're camped right there. And this is the vast forest. The bear was there. Where we have to go back to is down there. And then all the way over there. And where we live is way over there. Why the hell not? Is that fun?
Yeah.
We brought extra shoes. He'll be soaked, but what do you think? You having fun too? Bone's the smart one who has actual rubber boots. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, Bo.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, literally right there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bowden. No. Don't splash.
All right, Knox, get it. Go. How are you not freezing, Maddox?
Oh, shit.
He's just sitting in mountain water. What is the temperature?
48 degrees.
48 degrees. Maddox, look at me. Oh my God, are you shitting me? It's 48 degrees outside. This kid is just laying in water. That's gonna be it for the night, guys. The boys are tucked in. Who's tucked in? Who's ready for sleep?
Me.
How's your show?
I want a different one.
You want a different one? All right, well, be content. Be happy you have shows out here. Their version of camping and what I grew up with are two different things. Thanks for watching. Well, you know what? We're not gonna conclude it just yet. We're gonna key you guys in on the happenings of tomorrow because that is where it's really gonna get interesting. So that's it for tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Brakes. All right, I'm in neutral, rolling down this fucker, and I have little to no brakes. This is gonna be sketchy, but I just shut it off, and I'm slow rolling it, trying to do my best to conserve for when I actually will need power. But I am mashing the brake right now and getting basically no response, which is super sketchy. But if I need to, I can just throw it down into low gear and let the motor kind of kick in and assist, but I just need to be very cautious as we're doing this. Slightly perilous. Fingers crossed, guys. Say a prayer for me. Got to a point where I had to have some power. I didn't have a choice here. There's just no braking ability, and it's way too steep. So I got the truck on and in neutral. Without power brakes, I'm just gonna fucking fly down this mountain. So we need to get to, it's hard to tell on the camera. We need to get to the bottom. Let's just call it what it is. I'm trying to keep an eye on the temp here. It's deceiving. I just don't think it's something I can trust as far as my thermostat at this point. So when I see smoke billowing out, I think we know we're there. But I'm in about the most worst spot of it, so I gotta have power. You can see we're way the fuck up here. We're about halfway down. So far, so good. I've only had to start the truck a handful of times when it gets real shitty. But we can start to see our goal is to get to those campers right there. And we'll see how this thing will do on open road. I think I'm just so far out of coolant that it's not gonna run even on the highway, but I could give a shit. Once we get to the highway, we are in good position compared to 3,000 feet up in elevation, stranded up there. So we're almost there. Final leg is gonna be the easiest part. We're getting into the kind of the nitty gritty of it, and you get some of this shit to where I have to start the truck up or I'm just gonna careen out of control. I better stop videoing so I don't crash. Okay, we did it. We are at the bottom. We're just easing our way through the base of the draw, but we made it. I'm in good shape now. Worst case scenario from here, I can get easily towed back down to this little makeshift campground back here, but that wasn't fun. There's some nerves there. If you've ever heard the term white knuckling, there was definitely some of that happening with no power steering, no power brakes. Yeah, kind of shit. So we're at a spot where we gotta turn the truck on. Wow, not fun. If you can't see it, I'm actually sweating a little bit from that. We've got the kids in the other truck following us. I don't know if you can see behind us. If you can see that decently, that's where we came from. Way at the top of that bitch. Miserable. That's where we were, and now we've made it to the county road, or the Forest Service road, wherever the hell it is, but right at the tip top of that bad boy, and we rolled this thing the whole way down with little to no power, and I'm still rolling right now. I'm gonna have to just fucking try it eventually here and see if it's gonna work or not, so let's give it a try. Let's see how far we can make it before I start overheating. Well, I'm on the highway now. Everything is holding for now. We'll see, fingers crossed, if I can make it up to the next town and get some actual coolant in. I think we'll be okay. As of now, it looks like that's gonna happen. I'm not going back to the Pryor Mountains anytime soon, and if I do, I'm not driving my truck. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for staying with us as it got a little chaotic, and stay tuned for the next one. See you guys.